Okay, in this Fusion 360 tutorial, we're going to talk about how to use those features like a swap, loft, and also this construct features. Okay, so the first one I want to demo to you is how to use this loft. So the loft means you can connect two kind of different shapes and then make them transition or transforms smoothly. For example, in this example, it's like a square and transform to a circle, okay? So first, let's start a sketch. On the bottom surface, we draw a square. Okay, since this is an example to show you how to use the feature, so I'm going to ignore the dimensions. So just randomly draw a square, okay, finish sketch. Okay, so now I have this square drawn. So let's look at the example here. So it needs another circle is in another plane, okay? But here, so far we only talk about how to draw sketches on these three orange planes, okay? But if you want to draw something elsewhere, we can't do that for now. So that's why we need called construct features. So those construct features is the, for example, the construct plane is a plane to use for you to create another reference plane where you can draw the sketch on. So it's other than the original plane. So the first most often used construct plane is the offset plane. So let's click the offset plane and select the bottom surface. And see here, when we drag it, it actually create another, there's a yellow plane. And here you can also input dimensions if you want. Okay, let's just put it here and then click OK. So now, as you can see here, other than the three orange planes, we actually create another plane. Okay, so this is only, so those construct geometries is only for helping you to do like sketches or other features. It doesn't really something in your final models. Okay, so let's do a sketch on this plane. And now we can draw a circle, okay? So it doesn't really matter, okay, the size for this example, okay? All right, so now as you can see, so the construct plane we just created is disappeared. That's just by default. Whenever you create something, it just automatically hide it. If you want to show it, go to the construction view, and then on the left side, the tree, and then click this plane, so it will show the construct plane, okay? So now we can use those loft features, create, and the first is we need to select the first profile, and then we select the second profile, and click OK. So let's check it. So at the bottom, it is a square. And on the top, it's actually a circle. Okay, so this is the loft feature. Okay, so what if we want, so now we create a plane that is parallel to the bottom plane. What if we want this, for example, oftentimes we have like different pipes, but we want to create like a adapter of the pipes to connect two different sizes, but also want the pipe to go over a different angle. Okay, so we can also use this loft features to do that. Okay, so let's just, so this is just an example. Okay, you can save it, or let's just save it as an example. Loft 1. Okay, so that's it. Then we don't need this. Let's just do another one for this. Create a pipe adapter. If you cannot see your original screen, the planes, so it's most likely it's on this. This was turning off. So so make sure on your left side of the tree turn on the orange, okay? So let's first choose the bottom plane and we draw a circle. So here, the center, we give it like a 100. All right, so we have this circle created. So that's finished. And then we can do another plane. So first we need to do another plane, and let's construct offset plane, select the bottom. So it looks like I couldn't select the, I think this is the one, yeah. And we'll create another one at 40, that's okay. And we sketch, now we sketch another circle, okay? This time we're going to sketch a different size, so. All right. Okay, so now we have two circles. So now you can start to with the loft to create it, but just like the example we did last time. But now I want to do it like at an angle. So currently everything was parallel. So what if I want this pipe to go on the right side? So let's do that. First, I'm going to turn on this plane so that I can see all the construct plane I have. So offset plane, so I can choose this one. And then first I do another offset. Okay, but this actually still parallel to it. That's okay. So first we need to choose this newly created plane, and then we just draw a line. Let's just draw a line. So the position of the line really doesn't matter, okay? So now we draw a line, but we want this line actually to be, so we already created a construct plane. So this one, I want to convert this line to be my construct line. So you can just click it to highlight this line. Now right click. So right click, you can see here, there's the option called normal or construction. Okay, so this is just for you to toggle a line between a real line as a normal line or a construction line. So if it's a construction line, as you can see, it becomes this dot lines. If I highlight it and click it again to choose this normal construction, it's back to the normal line. So normal line is part of the sketch, which you can be used for the extrude or revolve. But if it's a construction line, it won't be used to create any geometries. It's only used as a reference, okay? So now I use this to create this line. Finish sketch. Okay, go back to the default view. Now I'm turn on the plane too. So now I have this line here on this plane. So the reason why I want to do that is because I want to use this construction plane as plane at an angle. So it says create a construction plane through an edge, X, or line at a specified angle, okay? So let's choose that. As you can see, it's by default, choose this line. Okay, so just select it. If you don't want to choose this line, you can just unclick it and you can select other lines. But this time we're going to use this line. And as you can see, we're going to actually rotate this line. As you can see by this angle, okay? So 35 degrees, so that's how it works. Okay, click OK. So now a new construction plane was created at an angle, okay? So now let's do a sketch on this plane. And we can choose another circle here. So you see here, the circle we created before become like an ellipse. It's just because we are watching looking at the circle at the angle, okay? Okay, so let's just take an example, just randomly draw a circle here. Finish sketch, And back to our default view, as you can see here. So we have 3 planes already, and let's do a loft. So the loft can connect multiple surfaces. So the previous example we connected 2. So now let's see if we can connect the 3 together. So choose the first one, choose the second one, and choose the third one. Okay. So as you can see, we are actually creating this pipe at an angle. Okay. So this is how we're doing for to use this loft features to connect multiple planes. And we also, in this example, we tried to create this construction planes, and we even created this construction line. Okay, so to create a construction line, you need to go to the sketch surface, draw a line, and just toggle it to a construction line. All right, so that's all for the loft feature. So now we're going to talk about is swap feature. So the swap feature is used to have draw a sketch, and then you swap the sketch, the profile, along a path. Okay, so now I'm going to just discard this design because I'm going to show another example. So you can, if you want, you can just save these examples, okay? And then for your future reference. All right, so now let's do the this swap, okay? First, I want to draw on this vertical plane, okay? Let's just still do the circle, but this time we let it pass through this vertical line. So you can do a circle here, and then we can use a line to break it. Let's see here. Okay, escape. Okay, so now I'm going to use this trim features to trim all the lines I don't want it. All right, so I can trim all the lines. Okay, so the reason I'm doing that is because now, let's see here. Now I actually have this point on this sketch plane, vertical plane, so that I don't have to use this construction plane, because to use this swap features, you got to draw a profile, but you cannot just draw the profile in the air. You got to draw it in some kind of plane. And because I know this point is somehow in this plane, so that's why it makes my work a lot easier. Okay. So now we start with the sketch, select this vertical line so that the other vertical plane. So now I can see this point, okay? Oh no, it's actually this point. This is the point, okay? So if you turn the circle a little bit, you actually can see it. He's here. But yeah, but when you do the sketch, you better to face straight to the point. So that's why you need to, once you move around, you need to click the right angle here to make it aligned, okay? So now we can draw, let's say, draw a circle. And here, okay, finish sketch. So let's take a look. Yeah, so this is the starting surface and this is the path. So we can use the swap. Here we choose this profile and choose this path. Now we have to select the path first and choose this path. So this is now you swap it and we click OK. So this is how you can create this swap features, how to use the swap features. All right. So That's it. I want to draw on the vertical plane, and I draw a random arc or a circle. This time let's try arc, 3-point arc. Okay. So let's see here. Yeah. 3-point arc. Okay, now we have this arc. So how do we draw something from this point and swap all the way here? So it's kind of a challenge because here there's no sketch plane. So as you can see, we don't have any sketch plane at this point. So that's why we actually need, what we need is actually create a sketch plane that was actually passing this point. So let's go back to this sketch and edit sketch. So what we need to measure is we're going to create a plane here, but we can use the offset, construction offset from this vertical plane. So first we need to measure the distance. So the way we do it is use this measure, and then we can choose this vertical line, and then we can choose this point. So see, it actually marks it. So now I'm going to just write this down for the numbers. So because they are going to reference it later on. So this number is 26.916. All right. So this is our offset value. Let's finish it. And this time we rotate it a little bit. And we're going to do this construct offset plane. We'll choose this vertical plane. And then here we're going to input the number. So number is like a 26.916. 26.9. Oh, I need to remove that. 26.9. Okay. All right, so now we have this plane, actually start from here. It's passing to this point. Okay, let's do a sketch on this plane. Okay, move it down. So I think this is the point, starting point. If you don't know, I'm not sure, you can just hit your shift button and your middle mouse key to rotate it a little bit and see, oh yeah, it is. And then you have to move your view back. So just click this right view here. Okay, so now I know this is the point. So I want to draw something here. Okay, done. Let's go back to our view. Okay, so now we can draw something, see any place. Okay, and then we can do this swap and choose this profile, and then on the right side click the path and choose this path. Okay, so now I can see actually it's created, but it's created on the wrong direction actually. Okay, so as you can see here, it didn't swap correctly. So our path should be like this, but it actually running way off the path. So usually the problem causing that is because this profile plane and this path is not connected. So which means at the beginning, this profile plane was not on the path, was not connected to the path. So that's usually the problem. So let's just do a double check. So remember, we do the measurement on this surface. So let's go back to this one. So the edit sketch, so we do the measurement from this point to here, right? So let's do the measurement. Select this line, so 29.916, okay? And then I gave this distance, so this offset plane distance, let's go to the edit feature, 26.9, so which is actually smaller than 26.916. So that means this plane actually is on to the left side, so which is not connected to this point. So that's why it's causing the problems. I just want to think maybe the other two digits after decimal doesn't really matter, but it looks like this matters. So to make sure it works, so let's give a bigger number. So let's say 27. So it's only like a 0.084 bigger than originally required. So it's tiny difference. But this time we are sure this plane will definitely pass through this path. Okay. All right. So now let's do the swap again. Swap, select profile, click the pass button, select the pass. See, actually this time it's doing it correctly. So this just shows you, first thing is if we can start the pass anywhere in the surface, and then but in order to create the profile, you need to create a plane pass through this path. Okay, even tiny bit off will cause the problems. Okay, so this is how to use this swap features. Okay, so that's it. All right, thank you.